Welcome to Julie Bean's world. This is the place where all kinds of creative magic happens. And I'm so excited to start bringing you along with me. Today, we're going behind the scenes of my last video edit.
Making me feel weird. Making me feel weird. Making me feel.
I'll show you how I set up my shots, how I filmed those smooth transitions, and even break down how I made the trippy drippy animation. Let's get into it. Here is my setup. I have these two lights that I got on Amazon. They were super cheap. I wish I had nicer ones, but that's probably a future investment. But for now, they work. I use my sewing mannequin to find a good spot for me to stand, and then I fix the lighting. I don't know why I thought I needed to stand in the same spot. I ended up moving anyways, but whatever. So now I just prepare to start the video. These are my actual notes that I put in as placeholders. And then that's gonna be where I'm gonna add trippy drippy animation. And now I want to get a Flowstar mask, flow strap mask, and a clip of me standing with no flow stars. I ended up just using pictures of the flow strap because it wasn't very detailed from that far away. Now I want the flow strap to disconnect and I want to grab the flow star and quickly get it back up into a vertical spin so that I can mask that. This one took me so many tries because I needed it to be perfect. It was important that I did it fast enough. 1, the words were right. 2, and 3, the behind the back toss was perfect and the vertical spin was in the right spot. Now I just want to get a good clip of the vertical spin. I wanted it to spin one circle around in the same spot, if that makes sense, so that I didn't have to do too many keyframes. Now we move on to the clothes. So the top is going to fly in first. And I just start where I ended throwing the Flowstar and then put my top on, start where I ended on the last one, and repeat until I'm done with the clothes. Most of the time the clothes I get on the first try, so that part is really quick. I accidentally grabbed the leg garter and I didn't feel like putting it back, so I just put it behind my shorts, tucked it in real quick, and then used it in the next transition, so. Now we end the Flowstar mask and we're gonna grab it out of the air. And I just started at vertical spin, like where it was floating. With no flow star, I grabbed the flow strap out of the air because I'm having the flow strap fly in, grab the flow star out of the air, and then I grab the flow strap and walk out. Now we get into the trippy drippy animation. Copy and paste that clip that I'm going to add the animation to, and then you right click, go down to nest, and then name it trippy animation. I right click, replace with After Effects composition, name it trippy animation, and then we're just gonna cut it down to how short we want it. I did it like a few frames extra, I didn't really care, but then at the top you're gonna click File, Export, Add to Render Queue, and you're going to change it to a Photoshop sequence and keep RGB. Name it, make sure it's going to the right place, and then render. Once it's render, you're gonna go where the files are located and open your Photoshop files. And I'm also not sure if this is like a good way to do it. This is just how I do it, and it works fine. There's probably an easier way, but whatever. Add a layer, zoom in, and I start drawing my trippy animations one frame at a time. And to make it look drippy, you just like use your shadows and your highlights and it becomes like 3D. I just drew a little bit more every time to make it look like it was like spilling off of me, I guess. And then I had it drain at the bottom. And then once you're done, you're gonna file save, and it's gonna save as a PSD file, and then you're gonna add it into Premiere. When you add it, you make each clip one frame, 1 or 2 frames, it depends like what you want, but I did 1 frame. In total 26 frames. And now this is it with just the trippy drippy animation before I add all the masks and crazy effects. And then here's what the masks look like without the background. I will do a tutorial on masking very soon. I've been hesitating because I know the way I organize my Premiere and After Effects projects is not correct, and I don't want to lead anyone astray, but it does work for me, so maybe it can work for other people, so I'm working on that. And then here it is with the background. So cool. And then I normally nest one more time, and then I do keyframes to make the whole thing move.
Making me feel weird. Making me feel weird. Making me feel weird. Making me feel weird. Making me feel.
I have some editing tutorials I'm working on. Let me know if you want to see particular tutorials on certain editing effects I did. My next edit, I want to do like a complete tutorial how like screen record my entire screen while I'm editing. I'll try to make a video that way. I'm not sure, but yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys.